Hi friends, welcome to the Wild Side. I'm Steve Hall. The Hiwassee and Ocoee rivers are very different even though they flow just a short distance from one another. Together they provide many options for outdoor adventure. They are a dynamic duet, playing different parts but blending together perfectly. And they're surrounded by a mountain of opportunities, starting at the Hiwassee Ocee State Park.
If the smoke comes towards you, you just gotta say, I hate rabbits. That's what I grew up hearing anyways. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
The things we hear in childhood can stay with us for life, whether it's a silly old saying or the music.
I think that bluegrass music has just been a part of the culture and the life of people here in Southeast Tennessee for generations and generations.
And sometimes the beauty of where you live can inspire a career.
I've kind of always wanted to be a park ranger since I was a little thing.
After working at 2 other parks, Ranger Jillian Roberts has returned to a place where she's not only comfortable with the culture, she's part of it.
This is home. Sure is.
Connected with the natural surrounding.
I've rafted and kayaked down the Hiwassee and Ocoee River.
And well acquainted with her workplace.
I'm from McMinn County, which is the county right up the road. So I grew up coming to Hiwassee Ocoee River State Park and playing in the playground and camping in the campground. So this is a very special place for me to come back and work as a park ranger and give back to a community that has given a lot to me growing up here.
Now she's starting something new here, Pickin in the park. And you could say she's pretty fired up about it.
Thank y'all for coming out. The wind's kind of crazy right now, so we're all trying to adjust which way the smoke's going. But grab a seat. We got s'mores over here if you guys want some s'mores, and we'll get some instruments out here in just a little bit and start playing. I think we got a few more people coming. Well, my heart is sad and I am lonesome for the only one I love. When shall I see him? Oh no, never till we meet in heaven above. Everybody enjoys music, especially bluegrass music and mountain music in this area of Tennessee. I met a lot of new people today that I have never met before, and having been a new ranger here, that's something that's very important to me, is to get to know the community here and let them know that this is what we're here for. You've got the Hiwassee River in the background that you can hear rolling while we're over here playing instruments and getting to know each other a little bit better, so it's very, very special.
The joy Jillian takes in her labor has not gone unnoticed.
She loves where she's from. She doesn't take it for granted. A lot of people here, they want to get out of here as soon as they can and move and go see different things, and Jillian really recognizes what she has. I think it's great that she's here at our park because she is going to bring a different level of programming to our park that we didn't have previously, because she is musically talented and she does want to bring people and introduce them to that.
I am a poor wayfaring stranger. I believe this right here would grow. This would be huge.
No one here is waiting for a talent scout from Nashville to show up and discover them. This is something deeper, more personal than a performance.
It's kind of just fellowship, basically, just kindred spirits, I guess. Everybody's got the same love for music, and it's just the tie that binds. It's just whether you're strangers or not. Some of these folks were strangers when I got here today. They're not now.
There is a time for love and laughter. The days will pass like summer storms.
Differences in age is not a barrier to kindred spirits. Just as Jillian embraced music as a young girl, so does 11-year-old Madeline Talent, whose very name makes a statement.
Maybe it came from a little spot inside of me that just loved music from day one. Since I was 2, just singing has always been my happy place. I've always loved it. I always have seen people come over to my house and they play guitar around the campfire all the time, and I was like, man, that would be so cool to just be like that and do that with them, and I think it would just really make me happy. So then, about 2 years ago, I made the decision to pick up guitar. I just started playing and singing from there, and it has really been just amazing for me.
Madeline shares something else with Jillian besides music. she appreciates the place where she lives.
It's a good area to be in. It makes you feel comfortable, like it's a calming area. We just live in a really beautiful spot, and it's a blessing, really.
Overseas assignments in the military, including the war in Iraq, was proof to park manager Angelo Giansante that this is a very special place.
It's just a really healthy feeling place that supports life. It just feels alive here. I've stayed, I've made roots here, I'm raising my family here. And the reason why is I haven't been able to find another place like it, and I've traveled the world with the military. I haven't found anywhere that is so many avenues for my children and for me to explore. You are a 20-minute drive away from two of the best whitewater rafting areas there are. You're not far from rock climbing, not far from mountain biking. If you name what you want to do outdoors, and we are right here at the beginning of it.
The Ocoee and Hiwassee rivers remain the superstars of the area. Ocoee is a world-class whitewater destination featured in the 1996 Olympics.
The Hiwassee River is a totally different experience. It's both whitewater like the Ocoee, but it's also more class 1 and 2 rapids. It's very clean. You can see all the way to the bottom of the river. You can take food and picnic on the islands along the way down. It's a totally different feeling than the Ocoee, where you're bombing these giant rapids and rushing through these things. On the Hiwassee, you're just looking at all the beautiful scenery, and there's a good 3-mile stretch where you can't see a road or anything. You're just out in the wilderness. It's really beautiful.
The scenery is also an attraction to motorcycle and bike riders, while the Mennonite and Amish communities are a draw to people who want to buy homegrown foods and handmade products. There's also a train excursion to explore the mountains that are so full of history, including the mountain music, now being celebrated at Pickin in the park.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. You know, we're well known for the Hiwassee and Ocoee rivers, but we also have a very rich history and culture of this area with the Cherokee people and people's families that have lived here for generations and generations, that have been here since the early 1700s and 1800s, that have lived in these mountains. So this is a very, very special place to have a park and for a community to come here and to experience it.
I think this is our birthright. I think that this is where we're from. The buildings that we've made, the electronics and the technological advances are wonderful, but this will do more for your soul than any of those things combined.
Jolene, Jolene, Jolene.
It was the first Pickin in the Park event at Hiwassee Ocoee State Park, but certainly won't be the last. You don't have to be a recording star to come pick and sing, and anybody is invited to come listen. Our website, wildsidetv.com, will lead you to more information about outdoor adventure all across the state of Tennessee.